Release Nnamdi Kanu. Stop politics. This guy didn't do anything. Today is 27 February 2024. Release him. Let him go and stay with the family. This guy just fights for his people in the southeast. Like me, I'm fighting for my people in Yoruba land. Release him. Let him go. Stop politics game. Release Kanu. Let him go home. Please, release him. Release Nnamdi Kanu. Stop politics. This guy didn't do anything. Today is 27 February 2024. Release him. Let him go and stay with the family. This guy just fights for his people in the southeast. Like me, I'm fighting for my people in Yoruba land. Release him. Let him go. Stop politics game. Release Kanu. Let him go home. Please, release him.
You're welcome to another edition of Bystanders at News 10. Of course, you know it's on Flip TV, and I'm Michael Adekunle. The president, Ashwad Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has appealed to all Nigerians to be patient with him. And the president also said Nigeria will be recovered by him. All right, it's another edition, like I said earlier on, and the president is in Lagos State to commission the Red Line Rail projects. Presently, there is heavy security in the city of Lagos. Heavy security presence in the city of Lagos as he's about to commission these projects. Let me quickly read it out to you on the Vanguard. What's the Vanguard saying on this story? Lagos, on Lagos State, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will today inaugurate the Lagos Red Line train project. A statement by the Lagos State Commissioner for Information and Strategy, Mr. Gbenga Omotosho, said the train is the first phase of the project, which will run from Agbado in Ogun State to Igboho in the heart of Lagos. Omotosho said the train, when fully operational, will run 37 trips and convey about 500,000 passengers daily. The commissioning will signal the takeoff of another major game changer in the state's transportation infrastructure. It brings to two the rail lines owned and operated by the Lagos State government. The first, the blue line, runs from Marina to Mile 2. The first phase of the red line has 8 stations, namely Agbado, Iju, Agege, Ikeja, Oshodi, Mushin, and Yaba, also Oyinbo. The train will reduce drastically travel time on the corridor, abate stress-induced health challenges, and increase the productivity capacity of the economy. It will also reduce traffic gridlock and road accidents and ensure the safety of commuters. As part of the intermodal connectivity of our public transportation infrastructure, the Red Line is integrated with bus terminals at Ikeja, Oshodi, Oyinbo, Yagba, and Iju to guarantee the safety of commuters and Lagosians. The rail corridor has 10 vehicular overpasses and pedestrian bridges to separate the train from vehicular and pedestrian traffic. That's what the Commissioner for Information in Lagos State, I'm talking about Omotosho Gbenga, has said here. On to the next one, the freedom fighter himself, talking about Sunday Igboho, that's the Yoruba freedom agitator, has said something to the federal government, and what has Igboho said this morning to the federal government? Please release Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, is fighting same cause. That's what Igboho is saying. He's fighting for his people the way he's also fighting for his people. That's what Igboho has said here. And let's quickly look at the story on it. Sunday Adeyemo Igboho, the Yoruba Nation activist, popularly known as Sunday Igboho, has called for the release of Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra. Speaking in a viral video on Tuesday, Igboho said Kanu did not commit any offense, noting that the political games on his matter should be stopped. The Yoruba Nation agitator said Kanu is only fighting for his people like himself, asking that the IPOB leader should be freed to meet his family. Release Nnamdi Kanu, stop politics. This guy didn't do anything. That's what Sunday Igboho said. All right. Of course, you know, we have our reviewers here to express their views concerning situations in the country. And I say to you, welcome on board again on Bystanders at News 10. Please do away with ethnicity and religion on the platform. We need decorum. Let everyone express their views on the platform. Very, very important. The president also paid a visit to the wife of the late governor of Ondo State, Rotimi Akeredolu. Don't forget that. We also paid a visit to the Yoruba social political group, Afenifere. Said a lot, and we'll be dissecting everything together this morning. Michael, good morning to you. You want to talk first?
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing, sir?
Very well, thank you.
Just hold on a bit. Just hold on a bit. All right, the president is in Lagos State. I think he came yesterday, and there was gridlock everywhere. Because when the line of body on lands, you should expect a gridlock in the city. That's what Nigeria is all about. When the president lands, you should expect such an event. He's here to inaugurate the Red Line Rail project, and presently, as we speak, there are security operatives everywhere just to make sure that there is safety for all Lagosians and Nigerians, even the visitors that are in Lagos as we talk. Michael, how do you see this project? Is this a laudable one?
Yeah, thank you, Michael. It's a laudable one. We commend the Lagos State government for that feat. A cosmopolitan place like Lagos needs mass movement of people from one point to another. And I think that is what the current administration of this state is working on in that regard. The Blue Rail has been launched a couple of months ago, and now it's talking about the red. The whole essence is to move people en masse, which is the hallmark of any cosmopolitan environment like Lagos. So it's a good step. We commend the administration for it.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
All right. Is it a good one from Sunday Igboho as well? And he has told the federal government to please release Nnamdi Kanu, that Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for his people. Michael.
My position, despite the fact that it's been Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have been having his days in courts based on available evidences leveled against him by federal government that he has violated certain aspect of our constitution as a nation. And my position has always been that a political solution should be looked into, going by the fact that it's a very sensitive, has always been a sensitive issue. We are looking, you can't be fighting. You can't be fighting on all fronts. It's not even healthy for the administration. You are dealing with a lot of things in the north. You are dealing with banditry, terrorism, and all of that. And at the same time, you cannot afford to still carry along insurgency within the south eastern part of the country. And we think the issues involved are things that can be resolved amicably in terms of going about the political solution. So that has been my view too, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should be let off the hook, going with a political solution. And that is the position of Sunday Igboho as well.
All right, let's look at the positions of some of the viewers on the platform this morning. On the comment section, I have Taiwo Odunlade saying that Sunday Igboho is not being honest with himself. I don't know what Taiwo Odunlade means by Sunday Igboho is not being honest with himself. Moving down to another one here. Udeze Chima, Sunday Igboho is a great guy and he is a brave heart that speaks truth to power. Michael, can you just make your position clear on this?
You can't take it away from Igboho. Even before his house was attacked during the Muhammad Buhari administration, where about 2 guys were killed and all of that. So what he stood for is very clear. I mean, it was very clear, even as at that time, that you must not allow the marauders, the headers to keep tormenting our people in the farms. People cannot farm comfortably. You take your cows to eat up farm produce, and yet the owners of those farms cannot afford to talk. They will be killed and all of that. And Michael, don't forget that even after Igboho was arrested, we have had nothing less than 3 obas, 3 traditional rulers killed within the southwest region very, very recently. So these are things that Igboho stood for all over. During those days, even before he was eventually left the country and all of that. So I believe it's a good cause. The security of lives and property shall be the primary responsibility of government. So when you fail in your responsibility, then somebody has to take it up. And you cannot ask people to just sit down and be killed in their own within their own space. And I think that is what Igboho stood for. Maybe he didn't get one or two things rightly, but the cause was very clear. And the federal government felt that he has violated one thing or the other, and they started going after him.
All right, away from that, the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has appealed to Nigerians to give him more time, giving assurance that there will be light at the end of the tunnel. Michael, how was your take on it?
I'm not sure if anybody will even see that light, because the light must have been taken away going by the collapse of the power grid that we have been having consistently. So we may not even find that light by the time you get to the end of that tunnel. But seriously, there is nothing like wait any longer. You don't tell a man that is already being choked to wait. That man want to have respite. That man want to have some level of comfort and all of that. So what people want to see is respite. It's about 9 months or thereabouts into the administration, and you can't still be telling people to wait. Much as I agree that certain reforms are being done, certain steps are being taken, but those steps must begin to materialize. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. You can't tell people to be waiting for forever, and that is my position.
All right, thank you so much, Michael.
Many thanks, bro.
All right. Good morning to you. All right, you're welcome. Can you move closer to the mic? Your name, sir?
My name is Kingsley.
Kingsley. Yeah. From which state?
From Imo State.
Imo State, and we have a story as regards that. Sunday Igboho telling the federal government to stop playing politics, release Nnamdi Kanu. Are you waiting for the government to act on that?
Yes, because he has done the right thing to speak out. Because somebody like Sunday Igboho, for him to return Nigeria, everybody is happy as he came back to fight for his people. He never stopped fighting for his people, because you can see when he came back, their jubilation. The people are happy that this man is the right man. So we are very happy that he's spoken about Nnamdi Kanu case. The federal government to release the young man, let him be free. He's a woman being. A woman being. That's all I want to say.
There are comments that Nnamdi Kanu didn't commit any offense, but someone didn't commit any offense and is still in the DSS custody.
Federal government, they hide the titles of turning things around, delaying things, delaying case. For the right government don't supposed to go outside country and kidnap person, kidnap innocent person. That means they can go outside and kidnap anybody and brought to Nigeria. That is criminal offense. Nigeria have committed criminal offense. So what is now even court? So they free him and delaying all these titles. So federal government are using this opportunity, let this young man to be free so that he can relate with his family. They are afraid for this young man to come out. If they are not afraid, let them free the man without condition. Let the man go and treat himself. His man is most really fine. Let him go and treat himself. Keeping somebody 3 years, 2 years, one particular place, and nobody is happy. In Nigeria, nobody is happy. They are keeping one particular person. Even the attention is what they are keeping it for. The attention is more increasing. Every blessed day, the attention is increasing. They are thinking that they are holding him down. They are increasing the attention more. That's what I say about it.
All right, the president is to commission the Red Line Rail projects today. How do you feel about developments? Would you laud the administration of Babajide Sanwo-Olu on this?
Commission railway is another tactics of siphoning money, because somebody have collected that contract now. Where is that money is going for? The railway is not important for now. People are not eating. He said you should eat that railway. So people are hungry. See empty buses. People are no more going out. If you come in there in the morning, you will see empty roads. Even the Lagos now, as it is, and we are starting in Lagos. Lagos is collapsing. The Lagos itself we want to commission railway is collapsing. Things are not working. If Lagos can collapse, what of other places? So I don't know whether Nigeria will survive this year. This year we just entered. I don't know whether Nigeria, because anything can happen. So that's what I have to say about railway.
All right, thank you so much. I really appreciate you for coming to express your views on this platform. Michael, good morning to you. Chinedu.
Good morning. Chinedu, so that you don't be calling Michael.
Chinedu. All right. Chinedu, thank you so much for coming. All right. It's another day today, a beautiful day. And a beautiful day in Lagos State as the president is about to commission the Red Line Rail project. Michael, is this a good development in Lagos?
100% good for Lagos State.
Okay.
100% good for Nigeria and 100% good for Africans. It's a welcome development because it's going to open up economic advantage. It has economic advantage, you know. And you know, one of the culture of America is speed. You know, yes, that's one of the culture of America. You know, when you talk about speed, you know, so the people, you know, the system can revolve easily. You know, since we begin to have somebody like Ambode, you can see the Lagos State traffic is a bit, it's opening up. You know, people can. Really moved, you know. So having some of those things, I think a starting point. It's not as if they are too sophisticated, but at least it's an added value, you know, to Lagos State per se, and the president's presence here is a sign of security, is a sign of safety, is a sign of invitation that people can go in, you know, and make use of that services.
Are you sure other governors in Nigeria are learning this kind of initiative from the administration of Babajide Sanwo-Olu?
Of course, you know, it might not be his vision because I believe that Lagos State has a blueprint, you know, and but for the fact he's the man there now, we are going to give him that credit. That's the way I see it. It's a good one for him, and the problem. I pray it doesn't happen. You know, maintenance is another factor. You know, and then
we need to have that maintenance culture.
Yes,
very important.
Very. You know, I don't want to. You know, the situation whereby another administration will come in, like what we witnessed between Rotimi Amechi and Wike. Then we have some of this a kind of project that was started by Amechi was abandoned by Wike in Rivers State. You know, till today that project is still lying down there. You know, there's no continuity. You know, but over the years, that's why they say the consolidation. You know, over the years, you know, some of these projects, you know, that are coming up, you know, has seen the light of the day. Probably because of the durability, you know, of the system over the years. You know, having one type of political party running it over the years.
Michael, during his visit to the Yoruba Apex Socio-Political Group, Afenifere, the president told Nigerians to be patient with him, assuring us that there will be light at the end of the tunnel. But on the comment section, I have King Joe Oba saying that, Mr. Mike, there is no light in Tinubu's tunnel. If there is light by now, Nigeria could have been seeing a little of the light, just like in Abia State. Your submission, Michael.
Well, it's a big one. I must tell you the gospel truth. You know, I have been saying it before now, before we get to this level. And this is something I have seen over the years because I came very close as a child. You know, then, let me say, maybe as a youth, you know, when I came to Lagos, I had the privilege to be very close to somebody like Gani Adams. I had the privilege to be close to somebody like Balarade Musa in those days. I have the privilege to be close to some of these activists. I also listened to an outstanding figure, Fela and Nicola Bokuti. No matter you might have the different perception about him, but what I'm looking at now, some of his philosophy should be studied. Studied. That's what I'm saying. It should be studied. And by the time you begin to review some of these things, you begin to develop a proper idea, knowledge of how things should be. Gani Adams was the first person then under Abacha that said it point and clear that as at that time, the pump price, which was about 11 naira or so, thereabout if I can remember, was increased later, can be sold per liter for 2 naira. And the thing that comes on top of it are being shared illegally by the elements of the system of government. So, who are you going to blame? Then there was this other man too, Pa Adesanya, in those days, talking about reviewing Nigeria as a country, talking about restructuring. And when you look at these things, these are some of the policies we can begin to implement, to see how we can navigate ourselves out of this. But now, after so many trial and error, I think Tinubu has come. I used to say it here. I'm surprised that Tinubu keep on somersaulting for over 8 months to 10 months now, over one policy or the other, on how to, fix Nigerian economy. But he said that he's taking responsibility.
That's what he said.
Of whatever that's happened. Means that I think he wants to sit down now and fix, at least to an extent, because he has eaten up less about 35% of his administration. The next 65% is going to spill over to the remaining years of his tenure. And that will make Nigeria to decide whether he's going for second term or we are going to as Tinubu's public image has gone down. But as set up this panel because of so much confusion, bureaucratic confusion, corrupt system, to see how they're going to manage the resources of Nigeria. And if you look at some of those reports, if well implemented, it's not a matter of implementing it carelessly. I thank God now that what we are saying now, maybe is beginning to, I think the president himself listened to this platform, because recently I'm beginning to see, him trying to, move out from the point he found himself that is not working, of trial and error, experimenting a policy that you have no blueprint for. I'm going to pick that report. And look at what he said. He said, when he mentioned state police, I said, I was like, now he's telling you that restructuring is going to be a gradual process. Now you want to implement this report. Please, Mr. President, your image, your personality is at stake. That is what is truth. If you get it right, kudos. This report was prepared by Jonathan's administration. But unfortunately, the same person today we are talking about, Tinubu, Buhari, name them, they are there. They are going back to pick that report and they table it before everybody now. And they say, we are going to take this particular step. And that changes the whole narrative. And that is what he's telling you now. There is light at the end of the tunnel, because by the time it is properly implemented, we're beginning to experience a fresh breath, economically, politically, and otherwise.
All right, he has filed a fresh application to be released on bail. What am I talking about?
Of course, you are talking.
Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, and the court is to rule March 19. The question I'm asking now, but before asking that question from you, I have a comment by Udeze Chima. And what's Udeze Chima saying on this? A court has acquitted Nnamdi Kanu, and the federal government disobeyed the court's judgment. So if by chance they condemn him, at the end, did they expect Kanu to obey them? No way. Michael, Chinedu,
of course,
submission on this.
Of course, I'm not seeing that happening. I'm not seeing Nnamdi Kanu being condemned. I'm not seeing. I think it's a careful situation now. The president, in his knowledge and in his wisdom, he want to be very careful because Nnamdi Kanu's matter is very sensitive. And for him to ask him to go through the court process again, even though Nnamdi Kanu has won almost all his courts against the federal government, and still they refuse to, under this new administration, Nnamdi Kanu, for me, my understanding and my focus is that he's going to be granted bail. And remember, recently, somebody the plight, what you are having there in custody, wherever you are having the Igbo consciousness in custody. Nnamdi Kanu represents the Igbo agenda. Nnamdi Kanu represents the face of every woman anywhere in the world. And you cannot keep that kind of man in that kind of place. And you are talking about moving forward. It's not possible. And I think Mr. President understands this. He knows this. Sunday Igboho also found himself in a similar situation. But he's coming to tell you that this man is innocent. The same thing he's fighting for is what I am also fighting for. So that gives you a suspicion of the supposed gang up by the caliphates to penetrate Nigeria with an agenda. And the only obstacle they're going to have is trying to implement some of this jihadist agenda was to put Nnamdi Kanu where he is today. But look at what did Sunday Igboho. He said he's going to move them away from the forest and allow people to go to farm. The spheral effect of killing farmers. Look at it, Nigeria is hungry. Everywhere is down. It takes a man with IQ to run an economy like Nigeria. And that is why when he came out with this Stephen Orasaye report, people said, okay, I think he's about to sit up. He's about to sit up.
Does he have that IQ?
No, it's a blueprint already. Trump might not have any blueprint, but that report alone is a blueprint on its own. So it's for you to make it work.
And it shows that he's a listening president, right?
Of course, yes. You understand? The guy in his wisdom must be trying to, see how he's going to navigate. But having checked on that, it's not working. Trial and error, it's not working. Then he sit down and said, okay, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Look at what is happening in Aba today. The man they rejected, Bat Nnaji, for the first time in the history of Nigeria. Let me just use Nigeria. An Aba indigene is saying that he witnessed 24 hours electricity for the first time. It's possible in Nigeria. It's just the will. But this is the Bat Nnaji was rejected by the Kebab. The Northerners doesn't want Nigerians to work. No, brother, no, that's just the truth. They don't want this. What they're after is NNPC looting. That's just the way. They don't want Nigeria to work. Imagine a situation where a Southerner, I'm not talking about sentiment now, is able to be in a position or share the same leadership time, with them, maybe we wouldn't have been in this kind of position. Look at 8 years of Buhari is a waste, complete waste. And look at now, 9 local governments having in Abia State, including Aba, that is productive, having electricity 24 hours 7. Kudos to Alex Oti, even though Alex Oti did not start it. We know who started it. But that's notwithstanding. Another thing is that back to production. That's what Tinubu should concentrate on. That's what that's the underlying policy of Stephen Orosaye's report. Back to production. That is the way to go.
Thank you so much, Michael. That was a brilliant one from you. Good morning to you. And
yeah,
how you doing?
Morning. How you doing, man? And it's just a lengthy conversation, and I think I have to key into what this guy said, saying, and it's borrowing some leaves from the Nadeco. And the way I see him, maybe it must have covered pro Nadeco. It was around to the Nadeco era. All what he's saying, I think I can give it to him. Since I've been here, this is the man I can see that is a very neutral person, and he doesn't have that tribal, sentiment. The way it is saying it. Good morning. Good morning, Jane. Good morning, Awufesa. Good morning, Odulade. Jane, how is Atlanta today? God bless you for your effort. God bless you for the package. I really appreciate you. Thanks a lot. God bless you all.
All right, he returned a few days ago. He buried his mom last weekend and is currently agitating for the freedom of Nnamdi Kanu. What am I talking about? Yoruba Nation freedom agitator Sunday Igboho. But somebody is saying here on the comment section that Sunday Igboho is playing politics, and who is the person? Fisayo. Let me read it to you. Sunday Igboho is playing politics and he has been compromised. I repeat, Sunday Igboho is playing politics and he has been compromised. The reason why they do not release Nnamdi Kanu was because he stood his ground and never compromised. That is what Maja Kodumi has stated here. The submission, please.
Is Maja Kodumi matured enough to understand what is on ground now? The issues of agitation is a very, very serious issues, and especially if you are dealing with a government, a tyrant government, like the former governments, right? And he should not wish himself to be in that position. And maybe they still need to grow up to understand what is all the agitation is all about. Igboho should be praised. Likewise, Kanu, what's it called, Nnamdi Kanu from the southeast there, should be praised likewise. But the way Kanu went about it was what was wrong. Let me just call a spade a spade. You can't just be a bully to the nations. You pack the whole nation entirely together and expected support from the same people. The issue of zoo, the issue of so we need to call a spade a spade. But the guy that suffered a loss in the hands of the security, in the hands of the security. So if it's for him now to be free, let all the Southeast leaders, let them come together to work his freedom out. Because only Nnamdi Kanu cannot do it. Only his Ekome cannot do it. It needs a collective effort. This is a time for them to come together. Right? As the Yoruba elders came together, you're talking of the likes of Professor Falola, Professor Banji Akitoye. These are erudite professors of history, well known all over the world. And Professor Akitoye went to UN to submit Yoruba agenda to the United Nations. And those are the processes. Only Nnamdi Kanu cannot be a tree alone in the forest. He has to carry his people along. That's the only lacuna he has. And that lacuna created that avenue that government used to penetrate him and to cut him off. Because are you telling me that it's not one of the Southeasterners that betrayed Kanu? That betrayed Kanu for him to come down to Kenya? What was his business in Kenya? What was his business? And those guys, especially some of the viewers, they need to help issues. Their languages they are passing out, they are splitting out. It's not helping Nnamdi Kanu. I can tell you why. And there's confusions within the region likewise. Kanu said they want Biafra. Obi said they want presidents. Right? So which one do you want government to face? Which one? I mean, you are just creating confusions. As it is now, before this succession can take place, it takes a lot of strategy. And I still keep telling people, Catalonians in Spain, they are still demanding. They are demanding for freedom from Spain. They don't want to align with Spain again. They want to go on their own. But you take them time. Once in a while they come out, they flag their, they throw their flag up. So we are Catalonia. We are not part of Spain. We are not part of. So Kanu issues. I pray they release him, and there's 60% assurance that it will be released under Tinubu here, because the elders are speaking. The elders of the Southeast are speaking. They are conversing with Tinubu, and I think it's just going to be a political solution to the issue of Nnamdi Kanu.
Is the tension reason Nigeria is not working? The question I'm asking you now, that's what someone has stated here, and the person is David Okafor. Can I read it to you?
Yeah, let him.
All right. Nnamdi Kanu must be released because Nigeria is not progressing. God Almighty is punishing Nigerian government. That's what David Okafor stated. Is that the reason? Nigeria is not progressing.
God is not punishing Nigeria. It's you guys like Okafor that are punishing Nigeria with the word of your mouth. God is not. Say good things to your country, no matter the less. If it's in America, an average American will wake up with all the killings, with God, they'll go running. Say, God bless America. Because if you say God's punishing Nigeria, that means who is not here. We are the one on ground. So let's say positive things for God's sake to ourselves. So I don't concur to what he's saying. Okafor is saying, because of only one Nnamdi Kanu. People were killed too. Soldiers were killed. How about this blood that has been spilled in the Southeast? How about the blood of innocent? The blood of the same soldiers. And the blood the soldiers too that killed in Southeast. So the whole thing goes around, somebody shouldn't be biased and exclude what is going on.
Somebody says you see yourself as a relevant person.
Say what?
You see yourself as a relevant person.
Who's saying that?
No, as a relevant person.
Yeah, I'm relevant. If I'm relevant before God, I may not be relevant before human. Because human beings are meant to diminish, each other. So I don't look at myself as human. As I look at God, I look up to God, I don't look at human. So if you said anything about me, it's left for you. Right, they said more than that to Asiwaju. That Asiwaju doesn't have a hand, he's shaking, he's doing this. But where are they now?
Asiwaju is in Lagos here to commission the rail line projects. What do you have to say?
That's to tell you that Lagos is working. Lagos is working. And Sanwo-Olu too is working. Because Lagos State has a master plan that all the successive governors must follow. And about the lightning, if you go to, what's it called, the Atlantic, there's 24 hours light, power light, right? That one has been done since, in which it was Bill Clinton, the former president of Togo, right? Eyadema Jr. All of them came around to inaugurate that project. So Lagos is working. At least when you talk of number one state in the whole Nigeria, in the whole country, in the whole West Africa, talk of Lagos, because they are working. It's only a dormant person that doesn't move that will not know Lagos is working. Because you can't just limit yourself within Ogba here and believe you've seen Lagos. There are places you get to Lagos and you say whether you are in the Western world or you are in Western. So you should not just relate everything to Ogba here. And again, in my own life, I want peace and I want progress for people.
You don't want problem?
I don't want problem. And I need to advise our people. I need to advise Iya Chinedu, Iya Shegun, that they should have family planning. This is not the time for you to be giving back. This is the time you see some, average poor man sleeping with his wife, impregnating his wife, and he will now be blaming government. If it is two you can take care of, stick to that two. This is not the time you drink shekpe, you take all these things, and start knocking your wife and reproducing. The economy is too harsh now, and I believe the solution to that economic problem. Do you know the solution? Do you know the solution? Reports. That is a report that supposed to be implemented, that all the successive presidents have been scaring away. And you know what that means? That guy did not even break it down for you. It means they have to collapse a lot of parastatals, a lot of ministries have to go down. They will now peg them to like 14 instead of 50 something or 60 something. They are just there making our money, our commonwealth, without doing anything, stealing our money without doing anything. So they are going to peg it down to 15. Definitely there will be job loss. Definitely there will be job loss. And that is why the government too need to bring investors in, fixing up the amenities, like social amenities that can invite, that can attract investors in. That light especially. That's why I'm always keen in Malabar projects. Malabar project in the north there. $10 billion have been sunk on that project without any results we are seeing. Who are the people behind all this project? Who are they? Are they ghosts? Asiwaju Bola Ahmed, our president, please, you have to bring all these people to book. We need these people to be brought to book so that we can retrieve our money, hard-earned money. I mean, the masses cannot be suffering, and some people will be pocketing wolf money that they did not work for, contract scam money. I mean, that's a huge project that will have lighted up the whole Nigeria, if possible, half of Nigeria, I'm saying. Don't let me even exaggerate, half of Nigeria. It's a big project, one of the biggest projects in the universe.
Also, your report is APC propaganda. Tinubu has the highest cabinet in the history of Nigeria's politics. Fisayo, Maja Kodumi. Somebody saying, kudos to you. Only we have Crown Banji saying that you said the truth about Nnamdi Kanu, that the Igbos are the one.
They should take away their pride. They should take away their pride and be submissive. You can't fight government and win. There's a diplomacy. You have to apply diplomacy. Truth is bitter. The Southeasterners, they should take away their pride. The truth is bitter to tell people. But I'm telling them, I have friends among them. I tell them, pride brings somebody down. Take away your pride. This is not the time for you to be ego. How would you want to start showing ego with God? The government doesn't send you.
All right, thank you so much.
So the truth has to be told, man.
All right, we have another person here. Matthew, good morning to you.
Good morning, Mr. Amaka Adekunle.
How are you doing?
I'm fine by the grace of God.
All right, he visited Lagos State yesterday. He landed yesterday, and there was gridlock all over Lagos State. What am I talking about? The president of the country, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and he is to commission the Red Line Rail projects. How do you feel about it?
It's a welcome development for him to come and commission projects, but yesterday he admitted responsibility for socio-economic crisis, the problem that came with exchange rates. I think this is a departure from all the statements that used to come from government people. The other day, Cardoso was saying he was not part of the problem, that he's part of the solution. I think Mr. President has accepted responsibility. So, for me, the project he came to commission is a good thing that Lagos State have done that project to the point where it needs to be inaugurated. But on his own part, he should do the needful.
Can you? Okay.
The needful is this. Yesterday there was protest by Labour.
That's 2 days ago.
Yesterday.
2 days ago.
Okay, 2 days ago.
It was cancelled. It was suspended.
Now, the government before now made so many promises. It's not on record that they have fulfilled any of them. So those are the areas you need to go back and address. I'm not saying you should not come here to commission project, but if he's accepting responsibility, he should go back and address those challenges that came with those policies. As far as I'm concerned, they have not done anything in that regard. We have said it severally, but for purpose of emphasis, I can repeat it. Initially, he promised to give 8,000 to the vulnerable. We understand that by the last indices of price of the poor released by National Bureau of Statistics, they said about 133 million Nigerians are extra dimensionally poor. Now, he promised that he was going to give 50,000 each to about a good number of nano business owners. I'm talking about all these traders on the street that have no shop. He promised to give 500,000 and 1 million, as the case may be, to a good number of small and medium-scale enterprises. He promised to give 1 billion each to about 75 companies to governance economic activities as a way of boosting our GDP. He promised to roll out vehicles that run on CNG. As we speak, it's not on record that he has done any of this. Don't forget that Muhammad Buhari's government borrowed about $800 million from World Bank, which he left for this government to manage as a way of having fun to manage the crisis that will come out of subsidy removal on gasoline. The government has not come out to explain to us how that money was utilized. And there are so many borrowing that is not coming to the public glare. If you go into the record, you see that even apart from that 800 billion, this government have borrowed like 2-3 times from CBN, from World Bank. They have borrowed from Exim Bank, I think about 10 billion. They say they needed to use to crash dollar. Before then, they borrowed 3 billion from World Bank to crash dollar. It is when they saw that was not, all these were not working, they started all the policy of going against the change operators, that's put out remittance. But generally speaking, since you have accepted responsibility, I agree that this is a shift from the attitude of people in government before now. Let him address those challenges that come with the policies of his government.
All right, thank you so much, Matthew, for that. Now, quickly to another one. He stood against the killings of Yorubas in the southwest region. We're talking about the Yoruba nation agitator. He moved.
You are talking about Sunday Igboho. You already know my position when it comes to Sunday Igboho.
But people say
I love what he did. Well, no, see, he may decide to play politics now. Okay. It is his choice. Okay. But looking at what he did under Muhammad Buhari, it was like Fulani. We had 2 classes of citizens in Nigeria, okay. Fulani and others. One the situation where the Secretary of Ogaga in Oyo State was being accused severally by different people of land grabbing, intimidation, killing, maiming, and all that. And the police could not even dare arrest him. But we saw a Sunday Igboho that rose and issued a quit order to him. And he made good his threat then. It was not a tea and butter thing that DSS invaded his house at the middle of the night, dead of the night. In the process, they killed about 1 or 2 persons. So you cannot take away the fact that Sunday Igboho filled a vacuum that the security agencies could not, when they were not able to discharge their responsibility in terms of protecting life and property. It is on that basis I'm assessing him. If he decides to go into politics, he's an individual, he's a Nigerian, that is his choice. But if I should assess him based on when the government came against him through DSS, I think for me, he's a hero.
He's now agitating for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. He told the federal government to please release him. Stop playing politics with Igboho. Nnamdi Kanu. Release him, that's what he said.
I think I welcome that. I've always said it that I think at a point we should find a political solution to Nnamdi Kanu's issue. So many people have different opinions. But what I'm saying it is, if the government itself can decide to play politics, and if you cannot win government in that art of politics, because let me tell you this, unofficially, if court is to grant Nnamdi Kanu bail, is something the federal government naturally should not have right or power over what the judiciary does. But I want to tell you that for federal government for court to even grant him bail, they must get nod from federal government, which is abnormal, because it's a case that federal government is highly interested in. So it's on that basis I'm saying it's better to have a political solution to Nnamdi Kanu's issue. Let all the stakeholders across board in the Southeast, the political class, the business class, traditional institutions, rulers, and all that, come together and interface with the federal government to see whether they could have a political solution. I think it's better.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Raphael Umbechi. I'm about to end the program. Raphael, can you come closer before I end the program? How are you doing?
Anyway, yesterday protests we were intimidated out. Yeah, 2 days ago we were intimidated out. We are threatened, and we are off the streets. I think it has been postponed.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to tell Jero.
14-day ultimatum has been given to the
federal government of Nigeria. I'm trying to tell Ajero that Ajero is not a brave man.
At all.
Somebody that will hold that position should be a brave person, somebody that can at least take threats, death threats and all that from government. They don't just intimidate you verbal intimidation, you fizzle out. No. I could remember Mike or Frank Kokori in the 90s, where Babangida Abacha regime. He was the one that shot Nigeria down during Abiola protests, June 12, 1993 protests. Frank Kokori, he did well. I didn't understand. He shot Nigerian economy down. No lights, no fuel supply, tankers, drivers down-tooled, all the section of the economy blackout. That was Frank Kokori. I didn't understand. Labour then was a very strong institution. Nigerian Labour Congress. Nigerian government feared them. You dare not fail to fulfill or redeem your promise to Nigerians then. They will shut 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 down the economy of this country. But today, look at Labour. I don't want to forget in a haste when Adam Oshomole was Labour chairman in Nigeria. He fought Obasanjo tooth and nail. Fire for fire, blood for blood. I mean Adam Oshomole. He did well. Labour did well under Adam Oshomole. Look at what Ajeru, Ajirebi or Ajeru, I don't know, he's doing. He's not doing the right thing. Look at this man. Just came out on the street and do police threw biscuit, threw pure water at them. They chopped biscuit and fizzled out. Okay, that biscuit and that pure water, it has deeper meaning than we think. I don't know why Labour just easily, fizzled out. They fizzled out. They were intimidated easily. Threat is nothing. Government, is always known for that. They would like to come out with threatening languages. But as a Labour, you should stand. If you are not a radical, please don't be Labour president. You should host that establishment only when you are a radical. Somebody that doesn't hear come when it is time to go. When you say come, no, go. When it's time to come, when you hear come, go. Don't understand anybody's language. So if you had Labour establishment or whatever, when they threaten you with life jail, you will run. Go, that's why you are the chairman. You see, Ajero, Labour has failed. I told you people. It just said that man no collect money. That's the question I asked people this morning. Thank you. That's the question Nigerians are asking now. From the top of every window, from the top of every balcony, upstairs in Nigeria, you'll be hearing, Unacho said that man never collect money.
It has been said that if at the end of that ultimatum, 14 days, the government fails to meet their demands, they will go on strike. There will be another problem in the country.
Oh my God! No, Mike.
We are expecting the government to
Don't.
do the needful on that.
Don't mind labor. Don't mind that ultimatum. Ultimatum, they have been giving government since inception. Its inception. They have been, now, Labour has been giving ultimatum now. Have you forgotten about ultimatum in regard of pump price increase? Ultimatum in regard of minimum wages? Palliatives, ultimatum. This time around, high cost of living, ultimatum. I don't think Labour is serious in Nigeria. The weakest labor organization in the world is NLC, Nigeria Labour Congress. In the recent times,
is it the Joe
Ajero-led
labor?
Pascal Perfu, I think. One Perfu. Yeah, headed it. Abuba, that Hausa man, led NLC. It is only Michael Kokori or Frank Kokori and Adam Oshomole led NLC that is strong. They were strong in those days. I listen to me. These two men, they didn't fear government. So, Mike, you can see it. The protest, labor, fizzled out after eating biscuits, drinking pure water. They fizzled out.
After eating biscuits, drinking pure water.
Yes.
All right.
So that's it.
On Nnamdi Kanu, Sunday Igboho had spoken.
The two giants that I'm just saluting in Nigeria. To Sunday Igboho. To MNK, the only highly respected, honored Igbo man presently. Go on with your question, my brother.
Stop playing politics. Let Nnamdi Kanu get out of this custody.
That's my man Igboho speaking. Let me tell you, I read that statement to Igbo politicians. Hope Uzodinma. Mba is the current Enugu State governor. Minister of Works, Dave Umahi. He worked round the clock during all his tenure to make sure that Nnamdi Kanu died, to make sure that the fire of Biafra is quenched. That's Dave Umahi. Hope Uzodinma is a monster. I won't use the word was, because he's still there. He just rigged election, I think, early this year or last year. He rigged the election last year, rigged everybody out, winning the whole local government, where he was killing and killing and killing, where people did not even come out to vote, to cast their vote. Hope Uzodinma won there. He won the local government. Every ward that even nobody represents APC, Hope Uzodinma won. That read that question, that read that statement, Igboho statement remarks to Hope Uzodinma. Igboho made a true statement, a statement that defines him as a good agitator, peaceful one. As a man I know that is going to give Yoruba Odua. Yes, his consistency, verbal consistency. What Igboho said last year is what Igboho is saying presently. That's what I mean when that's his being consistent. Thank you, he's been consistent. You see it? Igboho is not deviating from following that trail blazed by the former agitator, Rafu Wazirike. Everybody is looking for division because that's the only solution to Nigeria. A nation that is sick for how many years now? Thoroughly sick. Nigeria is sick. The only thing you can see of Nigeria now is Ntibu Ntibu Nzobu Nzobu. Nzobu Nzobu Enyimba. Ntibu Ntibu Nzobu Nzobu. We've never, Ntibu Ntibu Nzobu Nzobu is to kill, to match him, kill him. Since 2015. Ntibu Ntibu Nzobu Nzobu. Many languages we not had before. Meiti Allah. Many languages. Ruralization. Bandits killing people. Maiming, killing, raping farmers in various farmlands across Nigeria. Ntibu Ntibu Nzobu Nzobu. And that's why Igboho has taken it upon himself to make sure that the blood of the innocent wasted in the Gongo community could not be at least neglected. Yes. Igboho negates
anything negative, anything that is not right in Yoruba land. And actually, I can see that young man coming out with good results. Because Nnamdi Kanu should be out. Nnamdi Kanu does not commit any offense. The blood of the innocent wasted in Igbo land, how Nigerian military concentrated assault on Igbo land, killing innocent youths, tagging them terrorists. To my greatest surprise in history, IPOB a terrorist. But anyway, Nnamdi has come out, he challenged them in the court, High Court in anywhere in Nigeria, Nnamdi Kanu won. They have the proscribed IPOB as terror people. We are not terrorists. We won. So now he went to court, he proceeded, went to court, challenged federal government, treasonable felony, whatever, blah, blah, blah. He won. They have many awards. They have many money to give him. The gentleman said, I am not after that. They bribe him. No, what I'm after is Biafra. Now the Kanu has gone this length to win international award of what? Yes. The most peaceful agitator in the world. Which IPOB has won the most peaceful agitation group in the world. That's the same independent people of that area, Biafra. Indigenous people of Biafra. IPOB, we won it. We don't kill anybody. We hurt nobody. Igboho is right in his statement. Nobody could challenge him. Nobody can ever challenge him currently. This current Tinubu administration cannot. Tinubu cannot challenge that young man. Because Tinubu himself knows that Igboho is doing the right thing. That's why Tinubu did not waste time. He went to immediately gave order to Kotonu people. Republic of Benin, they allow him. They let him off the hook. And he went to Germany. Today he's back to bury his mother. He has done it. That's very good. And is now trying to advocate for justice for MNK. Igboho's advocacy for justice for MNA is 120,000% correct. Unchallenged. Anybody that can come along to tell Igboho that Igboho is wrong on what he's saying, I think that person is needed to be checked. Medical orientation, whether he has to go rehab, medically or maybe physically one. Yaba is there and Abeokuta. They will check the person well. Are you listening to me? Igboho is right on his request. Federal government should do the needful. Igboho says something. They should do it. Allowing it to be until 19th March. 19th March is far. Okay. If we allow it to be on 19th March, are they going to pay? Detaining somebody illegally, somebody that court has set free, don't you know that when you release him, you are going to pay him some reward? Yeah, it goes with incentives. Because all this while Nnamdi Kanu is in there, he is free. You don't tamper with somebody's freedom and you let him go off the hook like that. You must pay him. It must cost you as a country a price. You must pay. There are prices to pay. If you put somebody in confinement when he is free, you still hold him because you have the political willpower to do so. Are they going to pay Nnamdi Kanu? They must pay him. If I ever say anything in Finland, they will say, Eba. What did Simon Epa do? Simon Epa is telling you to do the needful. Let Hausa man go, let Yoruba man go. Let Igbo man go so that we can see what everybody should become. If Yoruba man go, I think Southwest will be a place to come, a place to visit, a place of tourism. They are going to do everything within human reach, human capacity to make Yoruba land a visitation place, tourism-wise and the political. Are you listening to me? Same thing with Igbo nation. Allow Igbo man go so that you will see commerce and trading work in the southeastern region. Allow Igbo man go, and when allow Igbo man go, all our seaports in the southern Nigeria will be doing what? Working. It will be operational. It don't stagnate to Uyo, deep sea port. Stagnate Calabar, deep sea port. And on there, you don't just allow Warri to be like that because of excavers, the oil rigs, and the other benefits we are getting from the oil executives from West, oil companies from West. Only Warri, excavers, only oil. No lie.
Warri has seaport too. Warri has high sea. Then dry ports in Igbo land. Then River Niger is there too. Onitsha. Dredge it from Onitsha, empty it into Atlantic Ocean. The deep ocean vessels will be what? Sailing on the River Niger. On hot.
All right,
so what I'm trying to say is that Igboho's rendition, what Igboho said, is right.
On economic
I like
action,
that.
the president has told you to be patient with him, assuring you that there will be light at the end of the tunnel.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, thank you. See, let me tell you. You are telling us to be patient. How far? How long? When? Ah, God. When are Nigerians going to see the stars shining bright again? Economic hardship. When are Nigerians going to get to their promised land? Economic hardship. The cost of living is not only snowballing, billowing up to the bright blue skies, but it's a heart-rendering tragedy on the land of West, East, North, Mid-Belt, all over the country. Heart-wrecking hardship. Nigerians are suffering. Like Mike, we have been patient, docile, complacent. Oh, enough. Oga, it is only cops that will see this kind of thing happening in Nigeria and be patient, because a corpse does not move. Corpse is a dead thing. We can no longer be patient. We want an action that can start demonstration now. Action, promises that can start what? Action now. By action, you promise you kick it off.
That's the same action
Action.
embarked on.
And they fizzled out.
2 days ago.
They fizzled out. NLC fizzled out. I wanted this NLC to what? Embark on industrial action instantly. Action. But when they did so, ordinary meal from cats. They pick race, all of them, they ran away. They threatened us, they intimidated us. Ordinary meal from cats, small kitten, scared them away. Labor in Nigeria. Those people are not labor. When they throw biscuit and the pure water to them, all of them started abandon their job they are doing, the protest. They started scrambling for what? Biscuit and pure water. Hey, IG try, Inspector General Police try. They are cowards. Jeremy is a coward. See, let me tell you, Oga, action Tinubu is telling us. He wanted to take that action now. Tinubu said, I will restructure. I hope you read it. I will structure Nigeria. I will follow Oransaya report. Oga, action, start it now. We are tired of promises. People that are promising and same time failing to keep it. Failure is their name. When you have failed, the best thing you could have done is resign. The only thing Tinubu can do for coming out and say he has taken up responsibility for all that is happening in Nigeria is to resign. You resign.
You are aware that the president is in Lagos?
Senate. President.
You are aware that the president is in Lagos State now?
Tinubu being in Lagos State is good. Lagos State is Tinubu's home. It's good. But I want him to resign because he has failed us.
The commissioning of the rail projects.
The railway.
Transportation problem in Lagos State?
Yeah. That project, I think, is going to ease transportation problem. It's going to help movement from Lagos to Ibadan easily. Lagos to Ibadan to Lagos, even Ogun State, because they pass through there. They are going to commission China own. There's one I believe that China built, and China is going to take first from that axis. There's one that Lagos State is going to be taking for. I think understand. So I think there are two things there, Chinese own and our own. That's good. They should come and commission it and make sure that the prices, the fare should be low, affordable for us. I think you understand. Not commissioning it and leave it from Lagos to Ibadan, 20,000. No. From Lagos to Ibadan will be like 500 naira. See Lagos, see Ibadan. See Ibadan, see Lagos. Not after commissioning it. He will leave it 6,000 naira, 18,000 naira. It is unfair. The benefits that force you envisage something for the members of the public, Lagosians. You built that transportation, whatever, railway. So make the price low. Let it be like that of the people in the West. From Germany to Italy, I don't think you can pay up to 100 euro when you enter train there. It's question of coins. I didn't understand. London to Berlin, it's cheap. I didn't understand. Make it up to the standard of the people in the West. How they do their own in London, UK. I didn't understand. Euro, EU, Eurotunnel. Eurotunnel, that one is underground and the fare is cheap. So bring Western civilization here and make it cheap. You don't go to West and bring their civilization to Lagos and make it so expensive to us. So that's where I can pause. I'm pausing here until tomorrow. We will come here to tell our guys, our viewers, our people, our guys, esteemed viewers.
That was a brilliant one from Raphael, okay, MC Grammar.
Yes, sir, the last guy, last man standing. All right, good morning, everybody. Good morning, my viewers at home. Good morning, all my fans at home. I want to say good morning to all of you this morning. We're here to talk about the things happening in the society, and we're here to talk about what is happening in Nigeria. We're here to talk about how to provide solution to everything that is happening in this country. And okay, this morning I have my presenter here, and he's going to be battling me with a series of questions this morning. But I would love to take the first question, which is going to throw at me. So my presenter, what's the first question?
Okay, MC Grammar, you're welcome. We have the president here in Lagos State, who is here to commission the rail projects embarked upon by the present-day administration, talking about the execution of Apajire Sanwo-Olu.
Okay.
How far will this go?
Anyway, Lagos is his home, so I have no problem about that. He can come to his home and commission anything project or not project. Sometimes when they commission this project, you look at their faces and you look at their head. There is no brain in it. But anyway, that one is a matter aside. Anyway, to me, I don't have anything against him coming to Lagos to commission any project. No, Lagos is the home, so you cannot drive him from his hometown. He can come, commission anything and do. But the thing is, as he's coming, let people tell him we're hungry. Lagosians are fools sometimes. You will see some of them there looking like mumu. Shout and scream, hey, big power! But they will not do that. That's why I love Oshogbo, Osun State. Those ones will voice out. Lagos packaging, Akokbo, Akorano. That is Lagos for you. Everybody will be doing as if we are big, whereas we are not big. So that's just the problem. Lagos are not ready to talk. But I want to say this, in case anywhere, Tinubu may be watching this program. If you're watching me live and direct, that's even very good. I want to say this message to you. Lagosians are not happy. Nigerians are not happy. That we are dying of hunger. You said something that you take responsibility. My man, shut up. I don't like that statement. It's either you don't even talk. For you to say you are sorry, then resign. This is easy. You accept responsibility. Resign. Resign. You have said it. Resign. So you accept responsibility. Then kill Oshishin office. That is madness. That is why I said nobody taught Tinubu how to talk. Oman Soro Lau. He talks anyhow. And people need to caution this man how to talk anyhow. You don't just come out to say you admit. Yeah? It's better for you not to admit. Tell them we are still working. It's better for you not to.
You declared an end to subsidy in Nigeria.
Listen,
that's why
the subsidy he removed is what is causing the problem today. We warned him yesterday. He refused to understand. Which admission? Take back. See, fix the subsidy back. Don't remove it again. That's the solution. Fix it back. That is the only thing we are enjoying from government. And you're saying you don't want us to enjoy it again. That is why I fought Tinubu government from the beginning. Now, I want to urge Nigerian soldiers. If we look at Tinubu 6 months, nothing is done. Take over the government. But I'm just urging them. But anyway, let's just put it this way. But let me not go there anyway. But let me just say what I let me don't rush me. I want to withdraw the statement. You said so. I want to withdraw it. I said it based on my own feelings. So I want to say, Nigerian soldiers, watch Tinubu. Let's see what his 4 years is going to bring about. I withdraw that statement. But I only said it according to the way the thing is hitting me in the mind. But I want to say this. I want to withdraw such statement. No soldiers should come in. Nobody should come in. Let's see what this government is going to bring out. Since Tinubu is telling us that is going to perform, that is going to do something, that is going to provide solution, can we all just relax? Let's look at him. Let's look at his solution power. I learned he has visited Jonathan something. Well, maybe that's part of it. And let's see the magic is going to perform. But what I want to tell Tinubu is this. Nigerians are hungry. Nigerians are suffering. We all are suffering. We are not happy. Everybody is complaining. A to Z is complaining. When are we going to put smiles on our face? That's the problem. When are they going to put smiles on our face? Unlike my presenter here, every time he's saying, he's always filled with smile. Then I used to ask him, are you Nigerian? I don't know where he gets his own money from, but I know he's a Nigerian like myself too. But maybe because he likes smiling, that's the truth. But people like us, we frown. There is nothing to make you happy. Why should you be smiling with everybody? Why should I smile with you when nothing is making me to be happy? So that's it. So people like him, he has a different life. I have my different life. But I want to tell Mr. President this. Please, enough of talking. I just want to tell him my last word.
You've been telling him,
See, Mr. President, people are suffering. Do something about it.
You said it before.
No, I just need to remind him. It's a reminder. That man is too, sometimes always stubborn. Let's just try to remind him.
Okay.
So that's all. Please.
Remind him for the last time.
Last time. People are suffering. Please help us repair Nigeria. Is it until all of us die? Okay, you're waiting till all of us die. That's when you're going to solve. All right. At this point, I want to say my name is Mr. Grammar. Just like Jackie Chan always say in all of his movie, I want to repeat what he always says. Jackie Chan says something. Cha! That is Jackie Chan.
Mark, what's up? All right.
What is happening? Morning. What's happening in the neighborhood? It's like you are calm. What is happening? What are they saying?
Economic hardship is happening.
You say the president is accepting his mistake. He's not apologizing. Is that enough for the 250 something millions of Nigeria that have given up the ghost because of the situation under his care?
250 million
Nigeria
dead,
suffering wickedly.
So what do you
Oh God! Okay, you are afraid of language there. You're going to fall down. When you are walking, you don't have food. You don't even have hope. You don't even have where to go. And you are in Nigeria. Don't you see the bullshit talk?
Giving up the ghost, please.
They will give up. Many have been giving up.
Please.
Oh God! See, let the president checkmate himself, please. President, we are begging. Checkmate yourself. We are tired of your apology. We can't accept your apology anymore. If you know the work is tired for you to do, you pack your baggage and you leave the office for who should do it. Because Nigeria is getting tired of the motherfucking mess. See your state yesterday? The whole state has why? A whole giant of Africa, Jagaba country, the country that produced the richest man in Africa, and they are fucking shit hungry. And you say you're Jagaba? Where the capacity? Every day, patience. Now you say, okay, you are the cause of the suffering, you are the cause of everything. That is a language you give us the real language. I let me go home. Because that place is somewhere they occupy by force. They occupy it with integrity. You say, it's my turn. Emiloko, now you are afraid of doing the reality. Nigeria are crying, the children are crying, and you can't sleep overnight anymore. Don't you see the reality of ground? Because you occupy it by force. He said, every time you go to the bodies, the kingdom of God is violent by force. So violence, and the violence taken by force. Okay, now see who you are. You are now begging Nigeria. Sorry, I'm angry. See, that's not enough. The reality, quit and pack your baggage and leave Aso Rock. See, Nigeria is too big for this mess. Every day, go and buy bread. Bread before 200 naira, you go to hear 700. 1 4. 3. Where are we going? The last common food for man, beans. Go have some beans. Where are we going now? And we have Agbada, where Agbada is there for Lagos. Commission. Commission what? Let's not be frank with our talking here. We are Nigeria. We are angry. Nigeria never come to a situation like this since my life in this country. I know how old I am. Now, it's a fucking sinking ship. Everybody just doing, Nigeria president, he did there, senator did there, Akpabio did there, all of them. They just swallow the whole money, they chop them anyhow. And Nigeria is suffering. Nigeria is too big for this mess. They should change the calendar. See the calendar, what you see is your number. Change it. Let us see the reality. Because Nigeria needs reality. We are tired. Because Nigeria have one symptom. Nigeria don't like wala. Nigeria don't like wala. That's why they give us wala. But now the wala is getting out of hand.
But you were praising the president before.
I praise the president. I say you get liver. I don't get liver anymore. Now you don't confess say you don't get liver. You don't confirm by yourself saying it cause the problem. You don't get liver again. Okay, where's the Liverpool?
Where's the Liverpool?
Where's the Liverpool? Oh God, I'm tired of the fucking woman. They make me to go and run because I see my people, they are suffering. I walk, I see many people, they are not happy. The face is not good.
All right, no problem.
Everybody's face is angry. Why? Because of the system the government brought to you and I. Can we be begging for food every day?
Okay.
It's impossible. The last language is for them to equip their language, their mind. Let your mind be reality because the people are crying fucking home. Let the cry stop.
Someone promises to give you something here, and I will make sure I deliver it to you.
God will bless you anyhow. Go anywhere you are. Go multiply your life because you see the truth, and the truth will set you free.
All right. Thank you so much. And here we say goodbye.
Oh, goodbye.
How are you doing?
Fine. Can you just 3 minutes now?
How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm fine. I don't want to say anything before, but I just want to contribute a little to it. I don't know. Number one, we're supposed to know that this government now, they know the power of media and they know how to manipulate when it comes to media stuff. That's why you can see that they keep posting the good things, telling us the sweet stuff that we needed to hear and hear. They want to commission this. They have this kind of project, this billion, this billion, this whatever. Me and you know that Nigeria has failed. The federalism of government they are running is already failed. So believe me, there is nobody will come that say, okay, you want to do anything. The importance there is for Nigeria to just quit, whether we should just go to the regional system of government, because me and you know that Nigeria has already failed. I think Tinubu has the power, has the intelligence, but now the way you run Lagos State is different than federalism there. It's different than Abuja. Fine, Lagos State here is for you to get the alagbaras, let me say the champions of every city, every area, use by force to manipulate them, give them money, give them position where they will be seeing money, make sure you manipulate them and they will work for you. Now, you think distributing money here and there, this will work there. That's why you can see that everything has failed. It has totally failed. So now, what they're supposed to do for us is, nobody is even smiling. So I think I told you about one program that I wanted to do at Agege. Imagine a married man, a married woman fighting over a half a pint of rice, fighting to get small that pint of rice. They pray for me that day. I never even see that kind of prayer for my life. You will see how they are dragging. And now see that the people that has nothing, like me, like you, that's the people that want to even seeing the pains of others, trying to give them the little we have. Meanwhile, the government see this thing. They know that Nigeria, we are so in time of fighting for our rights, fighting for our freedom. They know that all the elders, because we are a kind of country that listens to elders, especially the Yoruba part of it. So it is what our elders say we should do, we do. So all our elders, they make sure they corrupt them, they make sure they are even part of their government, so that they won't be able to have that kind of freedom. Imagine a country whereby married men, a growing up men that are working, are fighting over half pint of rice. It's something else. So my own is, we should just try, let's go back to the regional system, and I will just urge anybody in Nigeria, we both know how the country be now. Maybe we should just try, if you have 3 things, try to share one with someone. Not that maybe the thing is, but that is the only way we can do now to save ourselves in this melt. And I pray for you that anything you will eat, it will not bypass you in Jesus' name, and in Allah's name, in Ogun name. Thank you. Amen. Amen. God bless you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And to all our viewers watching us all over the world, we say thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And we say our prayers to you as well. We really appreciate every one of you. Thank you so much for keeping in touch with us. Thank you so much for always watching this channel, Flip TV. Please do us a favor by sharing our videos, comments, and like. Very, very important. Propagate the gospel. Let Flip TV spread. What's happening? There's a problem going on. What's happening here? Can you show what's going on here? What's happening? Yeah? I think there's a problem going on in Alba, yeah. Let's end the program. Everybody. What's happening here? What's the problem? What's going on? Yes, this. All right, let me just quickly end the program. All right, so to the viewers on the comment section, I appreciate everybody. Thank you so much for joining us on today's edition of this program. Special appreciation to Taiwo Nnamdi, Taiwo Lawal, Udize Chima, Robert Uche, Blessed One, Jane Ogo, Moki Great. So I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Mr. Williams in UK. Thank you so much. David Okafor. I appreciate you. Stop and Chop. King Joe Ogba. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much, King Joe Ogba. And to others, we have many viewers on the comment section commenting. Many viewers watching us right now. I need to go. Something is happening in Ogba. I don't know what's happening. Take care, everyone. Bye.